This futuristic building, shaking up the Seine's historic embankment, is hosting the Paris Design Week's Off or Fringe exhibition, a showcase of 100 up-and-coming talents, each hand-picked for their ability to find a balance between art and functionality. Here in France, the focus is more on one than on the other.
French design was born from the Art Deco tradition, which means that function and industrial concerns take precedence over any artistic considerations.
For freshly graduated designers, that often translates as a bit of a culture shock. Among those here is Aurélie Eugéi, who's been awarded the prestigious Rado Prize for her chair designs inspired by dance, a budding success that came at the cost of a few mishaps. She'd like schools to better prepare pupils for what comes after the creative work is done.
At school, we're in a kind of bubble. And then when we just explode and arrive in reality and we have to start to sell for real, I think we're not totally well prepared for that. It's not contract, not marketing, nothing commercial. That's not totally the subject.
That focus on sales is, of course, what drives design editors in their search for fresh talent. But here too changes afoot. France's established design houses are now joined by smaller companies whose tongue-in-cheek names reflect a change of tone. Petite Friture, or Small Fry, was launched 6 years ago and already has a few bestsellers to its credit, including Constance Guizet's Vertigo lamp. So how does an editor go about choosing the designs she'll produce?
The first thing is the product. Will it make me smile, and will it make the final user smile? It's just simple and not so simple. And also the personality of the designer and its ability to adapt to the constraints.
And because designers must use the tools of the times, there's one invention widening the playing field for young talent: 3D printing. While it's not exactly new, the way it's being used has radically changed as it enters the mainstream.
What 3D printing does is facilitates the production of complex pieces, and that allows people to make their own furniture. We want everyone to use this tool, and for it no longer to be seen as a geeky, complicated machine, and for it to be used in households.
Among the young talents making the most of this tool is the 5-5 collective, with their latest work being presented and sold at the Pompidou Museum, no less. They've created 70 3D accessories to transform and rethink a classic of French daily life, the humble and mass-produced canteen glass, a typical example of how this growing design studio is pushing the industry's boundaries.
This idea of putting a recognizable stamp on your work, of a signature, designers who simply apply their style to each and every project, well, to us that seems a bit old hat. I think today designers want to take a step back, for their work to remain anonymous, and to create objects that fit into our daily lives, that exist and can be distributed to as many people as possible.
The French design scene is buzzing with fresh ideas, just waiting to grace a home near you.